So I'm here with David Huynh, who's a Max the Mutt animation graduate.
Yeah.
He's currently working at Corus Nelvana as a technical director.
That's right.
And you're actually coming back now to Max the Mutt as an instructor.
Yes. Yes.
Teaching both an advanced 3D Maya program and the technical director for the fourth year group film.
Yeah.
Very cool. So why don't you start off with a little background on what you're currently working on.
Okay. Well, I'm currently the 2D technical director for 3 different shows at our studio. And one of them is a promo, so obviously I can't name what it is.
Okay.
One of them is called Detentionaires.
Yeah.
And the other one's called Sidekick. I'm also currently in effects, doing some effects R&D for an upcoming collaborative show that we're doing with Disney.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can you say what that is?
No.
No, you can't?
Unfortunately, I can't.
So what do you do as a technical director then?
Well, our general theme of technical director at our place is they're what we call assembly TVs. And what we do is we take the final, I don't know, I guess you could say, aspect of the film after it's been animated, and we render it, and then we composite it.
Okay.
And we make sure that the final output is clean.
Nice.
And then it goes to the clients.
Okay.
And in what I do with the 2D aspect is that I help manage the technical aspects of the show. And I've also helped with putting together the actual pipeline of a production.
Cool. What do you enjoy the most about it?
Oh, as a TD, you get to dab your hand into everything.
Yeah.
So you get to touch on, modeling, pipeline stuff, animation, texturing, effects. You get to do everything. And it's never boring.
Oh, that's good.
Like you're not stuck.
So you're not like animating the same sequence or whatever, just doing one piece after a time. You get to touch on everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. It's really cool because it's not. Things are always changing as a TV. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Now that you've had some work experience, what was the most important thing you learned here?
The one thing that's the most frustrating thing of being here as well is having so many projects on the go.
Yeah.
Here, as you well know, you have so many projects with so many different deadlines, and then when you hand it in, they're telling you, "Oh, it's not good enough. Bring it back next week, and I want to see this improved." And it's the same thing when you're working, and especially as a TD, you have so many different deadlines all the time, and you have to be able to manage it very well.
Excellent. Yeah. What's prepared you the most for the real production world?
Probably the aspect of having people critique you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you can't take criticism, you're not going to do very well anywhere. Because some people will come off a little hard, some people will be a little nicer with the way they critique, and as long as you can always look at it as a chance to learn and a chance to grow, you'll do fine. Yeah, just never take it personally.
Excellent. Cool. How does it feel to come back and actually teach now?
That's a really good feeling, actually. Yeah. Because I was really a struggling student when I was here. I struggled a lot. I had a lot of, there were quite a few classes I went through where it was like, I was on the verge of like a low pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. and it's because I held on to an idea that I had, and I didn't, I guess I didn't really want to change it so much as I was going through. And so it was really difficult, and now to know that what I did worked for me.
Yeah.
And now I can kind of come back and offer a closer idea about things, because I still remember very clearly what it's like to be a student. I still, every time I walk into that industry and I'm standing there, I feel that same anxiety that I had when I was there, like just waiting for it. It's hard, and I still feel that every time I go back into that room, and it's been 2 years and I still feel it.
Yeah.
So, just to come back and want to help the students, give them a better idea of, letting them kind of explore what they want. Because I think that a lot of a lot of people, even from my year, they weren't too clear when it came to the end. They kind of just all kind of stood there and was like, yeah, what do I want? So yeah, I think that's a very important thing to get across.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you want to know exactly what you want, but at the same time you want to have some extra tools to be able to.
Yeah, definitely, and everything ties in, right? I mean, if you want to be this great, spectacular animator, you can be, but if you want to put your own piece together, do you have enough knowledge to build your base piece to give you that really awesome character to animate? So, yeah, a lot of it ties in together.
What would you say to someone who's interested in pursuing a career in animation?
Know what you want.
Know what you want?
Know what you want. Because a lot of people get fooled by the word animation. And they think, I'm going to go into the industry as an animator. But a production piece has so many different aspects, and every single aspect is a career field of its own.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can be an animator, you can be a modeler, you can be a lighting artist, texture artist, and there's so many different aspects to production that you can actually choose to go into. And a lot of people who go into animation, the first thing they think about is animation, and they don't consider anything else. And then once you start animating, you start to realize, oh, there's these other things that might be pretty fun to do. So really, really do your research and know what you want.
Definitely. And what do you think makes a student stand out in such a competitive field?
Multiple skill sets.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. What you generally see is that a lot of people kind of focus on just kind of one thing and they just go for it. And for animation, you see a lot of people, just going straight for that and nothing else. And when you kind of reach a point where you're kind of sitting with the rest of the people, you want a little extra to show that you can do a little more, you have a better understanding, that you're just more versatile than the other person. I mean, if your animation and the other guy's animation is the same, what would an employer want that he would hire you over him? Yeah. Right? So, yeah.
Definitely. What do you see the future in entertainment?
Well, I think that animation style has changed a lot over the years. Like in the back some 10, 15 years ago, you had everybody trying to do what Disney did. Yeah. What Warner Brothers did, and the very common theme is that you have the stage and you have the characters come out and they act and they do their thing. Nowadays, we have cartoons that are just moving so fast, whereas it's like zip, 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 and people are just so used to it now that if you actually have characters come out, and even if they're doing this great piece of animation, a lot of people don't have the patience to sit through it anymore. Yeah. So animation in that respect is changing a lot, and for the most part, you can say, well, is it getting worse or is it getting better, right? And I know it's tough to tell, right? Because a lot of kids nowadays just don't sit there and watch Mickey Mouse anymore, but they'll watch SpongeBob. Definitely. And when you look at the animation quality between the two, I mean, come on, it's really obvious, right? So, it's really different, I guess. And also, that's just TV shows, right? Yeah. When you're looking at movies, there's a lot of realism that needs to be captured, but at the same time, there needs to be a lot of flair and attitude. And that part is, I think people are starting to lose it in a lot of ways because they're not into the whole acting thing anymore. A lot of people are watching a lot of things that are just fast, and zip, zip, zip. And, like just to have a character to really subtly do something really nice, just a simple, fluid gesture is I don't know, you still see it, but it's becoming less and less because a lot of things are starting to flow towards that speedy thing, and you can't do a lot when it comes to being really speedy. Right? So, I mean, that's my personal opinion.
If you enjoy this video and would like to learn more about the programs at Max the Mutt, check out our website at www.maxthemutt.com or give us a call toll free at 1-877-486-MUTT. That's MUTT.
or if you're local to the Toronto area, give us a call at 416-703-6877.